In our increasingly interconnected world, effective communication is more critical than ever. We interact with people from diverse backgrounds daily, each with unique cultural perspectives and communication styles. This globalized landscape presents both opportunities and challenges. We can build bridges of understanding and collaboration by embracing cultural diversity and mastering the art of cross-cultural communication. Signal Health Group recognizes the importance of cultural competence in healthcare. They are committed to providing services that are sensitive and responsive to the needs of diverse populations. This commitment to cultural understanding is essential for building trust and ensuring positive health outcomes. Effective communication forms the bedrock of successful interactions, fostering understanding, cooperation, and empathy. Whether for business, travel, or simply broadening our horizons, embracing cultural sensitivity and communication is no longer optional, it's essential. Cultural differences enrich our world, but can also lead to misunderstandings if not approached with sensitivity and respect. What might be considered polite in one culture could be perceived as rude in another. Simple gestures, direct eye contact, or even humor can be interpreted differently across cultures. For instance, in some cultures, maintaining steady eye contact is a sign of respect and attentiveness. However, in other cultures, it can be perceived as confrontational or aggressive. Similarly, humor, often used to break the ice, can be misinterpreted and even offensive if not carefully tailored to the cultural context. Recognizing and respecting these differences is not about erasing our own cultural identity. It's about building bridges of understanding and creating an environment where everyone feels valued, respected, and heard. One of the simplest yet most powerful ways to show respect for another culture is to learn a few basic phrases in the local language. Even a simple hello, thank you, or please can go a long way in breaking down barriers and establishing rapport. Making an effort to communicate in the local language, even imperfectly, demonstrates a willingness to engage with the culture on its own terms. It shows that you value the local language and are making an effort to connect on a deeper level. Language learning apps and online resources make it easier than ever to acquire basic phrases. Carry a pocket phrase book or use translation apps on your smartphone for assistance. The concept of a personal space varies greatly across cultures. What feels comfortable in one culture might feel intrusive or disrespectful in another. For example, in some cultures, standing close together while conversing is the norm, while in others it's considered impolite to stand too close to someone you don't know well. Observe how locals interact with each other and follow their lead. Pay attention to their body language and maintain a comfortable distance. If you're unsure, it's always best to err on the side of caution and allow for more personal space. Remember, respecting personal space is about making others feel comfortable and showing consideration for their cultural norms. By being mindful of our physical presence, we can create more harmonious interactions. Customs and etiquette surrounding disability vary widely across cultures. What might be considered standard practice in one culture could be perceived as insensitive or even offensive in another. For example, in some cultures, it's considered rude to offer assistance to a person with a disability without first asking if they need it. In other cultures, offering unsolicited help is seen as a sign of respect and care. When interacting with people with disabilities, it's essential to be respectful, patient, and understanding. Communicate clearly and directly and don't make assumptions about their abilities or needs. Here are some practical tips to enhance your cross-cultural communication skills. Pay undivided attention to the speaker, both verbally and non-verbally. Enunciate your words carefully and avoid using slang or idioms that might be unfamiliar to the listener. Communication breakdowns can occur. Be patient, understanding, and willing to clarify or rephrase your message. Pay attention to body language, gestures, and facial expressions as they can convey different meanings across cultures. If unsure about something, don't hesitate to ask for clarification. It's better to ask than to risk a misunderstanding. By implementing these strategies, you can navigate multicultural settings with greater confidence and sensitivity. Signal Health Group, Champions of Cultural Competence. Signal Health Group is committed to providing culturally competent healthcare services. They understand that cultural competence is crucial for delivering high-quality care that meets the unique needs of diverse patient populations. They provide their staff with ongoing training and resources to enhance their cultural awareness and sensitivity. Signal Health Group strives to create a welcoming and inclusive environment where all patients feel respected and understood. Embracing sensitivity, fostering connections. In conclusion, mastering communication and etiquette in diverse cultures is an ongoing journey of learning, understanding, and adapting. It requires a conscious effort to step outside of our own cultural bubbles and embrace the richness and complexity of our interconnected world. By embracing cultural sensitivity, we foster deeper connections, bridge cultural divides, and create a more harmonious and compassionate world. Section 9. The power of nonverbal communication, a universal language. While language is a powerful tool for communication, nonverbal cues often speak louder than words. Facial expressions, gestures, posture, and even silence can convey a wealth of information, often subconsciously. Understanding the nuances of nonverbal communication across cultures is essential for avoiding misunderstandings. For example, a thumbs-up gesture, which generally signifies approval in many Western cultures, can be considered offensive in some Middle Eastern countries. Pay close attention to the nonverbal cues of those around you and be mindful of your own body language. When words fail, nonverbal communication can bridge the gap and foster understanding. Cultural competence, a journey, not a destination. Developing cultural competence is not a one-time achievement, but rather an ongoing process of learning, unlearning, and relearning. It requires humility, a willingness to challenge our own biases, and a genuine desire to connect with others authentically. Embrace every opportunity to engage with people from diverse backgrounds, ask questions, and learn from their experiences. The more we expose ourselves to different cultures, the more culturally competent we become. Remember, cultural competence is not about being perfect, but about striving to be better, more understanding, and more inclusive in our interactions with the world around us.